Hello, Leo, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of March 16th through the 22nd, and during that time, we'll have a waning gibbous moon, a really good time for self-reflection and rebirth, a good time to make positive changes and have the potential to grow, get rid of some bad habits and negative thinking. So all of that coming off of that really intense eclipse energy. So keep that moon energy in mind as you move through your week. Also, since my readings are free to you, all I ask in return is that you hit that subscribe button. It really does help my channel, and it's super easy for you to do. So I'll give you just a moment to do that right now. Thank you so much. And if you've been a subscriber, thank you for coming back and helping me build a community here. This will be an intuitive general reading for the energies that you may or may not encounter. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. All right, Leo, your overall message card for this reading: a time to give rather than take. All right, let's see what the Leo Collective has going on for this week in the way of giving. As I'm shuffling the tarot cards, I would like to remind you to notice the world around you today, not just today, but every day. But notice animals that maybe you don't see every day. Sometimes as animals, that happens to me a lot. And look up the spiritual meaning of that animal. Sometimes you might encounter an animal that you don't see every day. And it's a good thing to go to kind of look up, what the spiritual meaning of that animal is. And it can be helpful when, if there's something in your life that you're dealing with, you might need to take on, kind of the energy of that animal. So I've learned to do that. Just all the synchronicities that you might come across, whether it be animals or repeating numbers, songs, conversations. But as we all kind of learn how to read the universe and read the messages that are coming at us, which I find completely fascinating. So I've got some cards flying out here for you, Leo. We're going to get to that one. But that's just my reminder, is for you to watch for those synchronicities as the universe guides you on your unique path. All right, Leo, March 16th through 22nd. A time to give rather than take. All right, Leo, your overall message for this reading, your present energy is you're just sitting in a really, really great, happy place here with the 10 of Cups. So this is all, this is just almost one of the happiest cards in the deck. Everything's just going very well. Your emotional cups are full. Everybody around you is just happy and healthy. And that is a great, great energy to start this reading off with. Your current situation is the Two of Swords here. So it looks like you're sitting in some sort of indecision, but you're in a happy energy. So it may be, making decisions about happy things. It doesn't have to be, serious all the time. So looks like there's something that you're kind of pondering and thinking about. And you're doing it in a happy energy, which is really good. At the root of your situation is the Hanged Man. So you've come about some new perspective in some manner recently. So, and this looks like it's maybe causing you to make decisions and decide, make a decision on something. But again, you're doing it from this happy energy, not a bad thing. In your recent past here, as you're coming from a recent past of a lot of different choices. So, you might be getting a little bit to where you're kind of you're kind of weary of joy of making choices, and you're like, really, do I have to make another choice today? Can I just have a break? So, and that's okay. You don't have to decide every little thing all the time. Sometimes you can take time to mull some things over, but it looks like that's kind of the energy that you're in, is not really wanting to make a decision. And that's okay, especially if you just come off having to make a bunch of them already. What is on your mind is the Queen of Wands. So this is an understanding of the thing that drives your passion, a thing that this is, what lights your fire every day, what makes you want to get out of bed and do the thing that really makes you happy and makes you just feel like you're alive. So that's on your mind, is making sure that you're gaining knowledge as you go, kind of like a ball rolling. I get that, you have this passion, and as this ball kind of goes, it collects information and things along the way. And that's just kind of the energy of where you're just building that momentum, right? What is just ahead of you is the King of Cups. So now we're getting to a place where you're having just a really good understanding of not only your emotion, and this is, it's understanding, but it's also just knowledge, and it's knowledge of your own emotions and your own, ability to draw upon your emotions, maybe for your passion. And this could be, if you're a painter, really learning how to, paint fear or joy, and if you're a songwriter, learning how to write about fear, joy, any of those emotions, that you have an understanding of that and how to evoke that, or even convey that to others, so that they can pick up on that message. So that's pretty awesome. But it also means that you're getting this ability to have the knowledge of the emotions of the people around you as well, which can also be, developing empathy like that, so that you kind of understand where everybody's coming from. You can see all sides of every story. And that's not a bad place to be. And, especially for a Leo that's very confident. It's just good to be able to step back from things and not be, so emotionally engaged that you just immediately develop an opinion, but that you're able to have that empathy for all sides of that story. In your advice position is to, yeah, take some time and rest and meditate this week. Like I said, we're in this waning gibbous energy, and that's a really good time for self-reflection. It's just, time for you to maybe just sit back and go, I'm not really that busy this week. I'm in this maybe place of indecision and trying to decide what my next move might be. I'm understanding the world around me, the passion around me, the emotions around me. I've got this new perspective, and I'm just going to take a minute and just rest and meditate and just think about all of that. You don't have to come to any sort of decisions or conclusions. It's just time to maybe just kind of reassess everything. What is beyond your control this week? All right, with the Eight of Swords. So a lot of swords, a lot of thoughts here, a lot of thinking, and this could also be messaging coming in also, but I get that this is more self-reflective, this is more self-work, and this is about your new perspective that you're in right now. So this could be some goal setting and just thinking, what do I want for my future? And if you're feeling a little bit stuck in an area, this is a sign that it's beyond your control to really think your way out of it, that you have the ability to do that, and that's really what you're being called to do. What is your secret desire? What you're trying to avoid is the 10 of Wands here. So an ending of some sort, or maybe a new beginning. So, and that's, here we are with those those wands, which is your passions. Are you trying to begin something? Are you trying to be fresh about something and go at it with a new perspective? Or are you kind of trying to avoid having something come to an end? So, that's something that you need to ask yourself while you're doing all this thinking, and thinking about, whatever this passion thing is that you're kind of, feeling like, this is kind of the energy of, one final push, kind of feeling like the weight of the world on something. It could be finishing up a project that you are very passionate about. So, and you're kind of waiting for that final push to happen. But that's your question to ask yourself this week. In your outcome position is coming together in partnership here with the Two of Cups. So, interesting there. Lots, we've got a couple of twos. When I look at the numerology, you may want to look up the number 22, see if that has some significance for you in, in some sort of messaging, like I said, in the thing that you're going through, like I said, this little synchronistic breadcrumbs, and you might see the number 22. And I would definitely look it up if you're starting to see that number in a couple of different places. That's, again, that's the universe kind of speaking to you and saying, hey, look at this message and let it help you or encourage you. What is being hidden from you this week, Leo? Is the Eight of Wands here. And here we are. Then we have another eight. Yeah. Eight of Swords. So we've got eights and twos coming up for you. Kind of repetitive. So also look up the number 88 and see if that means something to you as well. But this is what's hidden from you, is that things are happening rapidly. And so it seems kind of like a slow week. It's not, there's not a lot going on. And if it's a time to give rather than take, it might be a time for you to give to yourself also, and give to yourself in the way of just kind of rest and settle down and let your mind, kind of flow, and think about the things that you want. What do you want in your future? Maybe what changes do you want to make that get you closer to your goals in the way of the things that really drive your passion. So, not a lot going on for you this week, Leo, and I like that. So just take that time, rest and meditate. Again, the energy is kind of winding down from that, really intense eclipse energy, which you may or may not have experienced. Even around me, some have not. All right, final word here from the Soul Oracle deck is be patient. Yeah, and be patient with yourself. And go ahead and take that time. Take a little time off this week. It's okay. You don't always have to be so go, go, go and always moving. It's time to sit and maybe in that indecision, and you need that time to think some things over and think about those choices. You've just come out of making all these choices. But look, you're in a very happy energy. It's not like this is not like a sad retreat. This is almost like a happy retreat. Like I'm feeling really good. Some things are wrapping up. I've got, people to come together with that I love and trust. I've got control and awareness and learning about the things that I'm passionate about. I'm very emotionally stable. So it's okay for you to relax in this new perspective, be patient with yourself, and just kind of take a little break, Leo. So, Leo, I really do appreciate you joining me here today. If there is something you'd like to share with me, of course, drop a comment. If you have a question about anything on this reading, I do love to get that sort of feedback. Also, I do readings every week, so come back next week and we'll see if this energy remains the same or if some other thing pops up for you next week. And I will remind you again, if you like my reading style, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help my channel, and I would appreciate that so much. So, Leo, thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.